swimming against the tide. I wanna forget you, but you pull me in. I know this ocean is far too wide. I wanna forget you. Let me forget you. Push and pull, but you repel me, giving up this fight. Love and hate, we've learned the lines. I'm giving up this fight. You've lost, but I don't feel I have won. I wanna forget you, but only time will heal. Too late to erase the bad we've done. I wanna forget you. Let me forget you. Push and pull, but you repel me, giving up this fight. Love and hate, we've learned the lines. I'm giving up this fight. Watching it end again and again. I feel it in waves, you follow me, drifting to places I should leave. So close to the edge of something so perfect. We were too scared to take the leap. I'm missing the way we used to be. Let me go. Let me in this mess I'm falling. Never know. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. getting closer. Try to forget all that we had. I'm rolling like water in the sea. The memories crashing into me. So close to the edge of something so worth it. You have the world right at your feet, and almost is all we'll ever be. just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start looking as a lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Let the darkness take control. Let the darkness take control. Darkness take control. May the darkness take control. Take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start looking as a lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night.
Hello there, I just debated you by switching off the music just before it reached its climax. How do you feel about that? Well, in any case, greetings. It is me, your boy. I'm gonna keep saying that regardless of how cheesy it might seem. And, well, you can see by the title, you know already exactly where we are. You know what it is. It's gonna be a spicy game here. Ekasi Esports versus Veteran Gaming. Alright, it is versus Gaming First Division, Leg 3, Match 6. We're about to get into some big spicy. And, well, it's a good one. It's a good one. It's going to be that best of 3 as per usual. It's going to be Overpass, Dust 2, and Inferno are the 3 maps that we're going to be seeing pretty soon here. Let's just jump right into it. Let's just jump right into it. Alrighty. Now we're just going to be waiting for that startup to happen, I believe. In any case, I am going to say I haven't seen either of these teams for quite some time. Specifically, I haven't seen Ekasi play. I did watch them play a while ago, but I can't say I remember exactly what went down. So this is going to be a nice little match to watch for sure. I'm interested to see how this turns out. I want to see what these teams bring to the table. Of course, you can see the roster already there on your screen. Ekasi, we've got Bullock, Gemini, DMS, .exe, Bella Ciao, and on the other side we have Adrenaline, Blue Marine, Playboy, Guard, and Brian. Alright, so now as we're waiting for the teams to get themselves nice and ready, I'm excited for this one. Overpass, as I've said before, not particularly my most favorite map of all time, but it's definitely better than Vertigo, so I will take it. And then, of course, Mirage and Inferno, you know what it is. Oh, it's Dust 2 and Inferno, sorry, those were the 3 maps. Overpass, Dust 2 and Inferno. Dust 2, literally my favorite map of all time. I'm sure many people feel that way. It's like the classic map, like the CSGO map. So that's always fun. And the fact that it's the second map means that we're definitely going to be seeing it, which is wonderful, because I absolutely love Dust 2. I think it's one of those maps where I really like to see teams play, because that map is sort of like it's like the deciding map in terms of skill. Like, you have to conquer Dust 2 before you can move on, which is why a lot of the time when I see teams picking up Vertigo, I'm always like, should you really be picking up Vertigo? Like, do you have the core maps down? And that's the question. Can you conquer Dust 2? Can you conquer Mirage? Can you conquer Inferno? If the answer is yes, then you can throw some spicy memes into the closet like Vertigo. But unless that answer is yes, then I wouldn't suggest it. So it's great that we're seeing some of those good old core maps. We've got the Overpass, we've got the Dust 2, and of course, we've got the Inferno as the deciding map, which is it's a classic decider. A lot of teams like to just throw Inferno out there for map 3 and you know, have that deciding factor. So that's always fun to watch. So if we go to a map 3, that's what we'll be seeing. But for now, we of course are going to be seeing that Overpass and the Dust. So I'm keen to get right into it. As soon as these teams are finished readying up, we will get straight into it. So hopefully that happens nice and quick. Alright. So they're just going to be finishing their knifing. Always fun. Always fun. As soon as they've got that done, we will jump into it. I'm quite interested. The thing that I always look for in Overpass is how teams play the rotate. Because of course, on the CT side, you do have the very quick rotations between A and B. You've got that staircase right at the back leading between both of the sites. So you can play very, very quickly, which is both a pro and a con on this map. So far as I've seen, a lot of teams fall trap to the quick rotations because on one side, yeah, it's great that you can move from one side to another very quickly. It's always a bonus. But on the other side, you could over-rotate. And if that happens, well, you're going to be in for a bit of a rough time. We see a lot of teams actually play for the fake on this map, which can be very, very powerful, in my opinion, on this map, specifically because of that quick rotation that can happen on the CT side. If you're on the T side and you play a fake, and you can draw the team from one side to another, then you can easily play this one off, because if you sell it hard enough, it can work. You know, we actually saw it the other day in the Versus Gaming League, some matches ago that I cast. We saw it happen. Very, very well played execute coming down from about 3 players who were attacking A site. And they sold the fake so well that all the CTs rotated up to A, and that left B side completely open, and they got the bomb down, blah, blah, blah. So we'll see if that happens. Of course, as I said, I have yet to see the Ekasi or Veteran Gaming strategy book. I haven't seen it come out, so that is going to be something that we will just be waiting and seeing. We're going to be getting straight into the live match right here, and you can see already straight up versus Veteran Gaming here. You can see some util being picked up on both sides. Versus Veteran Gaming, they do have a little bit more util, but Ekasi picking up a little bit. Immediately, Bullock's going to get very aggressive and get a nice headshot onto Adrenaline to open things up. So that's a really nice opener. But you can see Veteran Gaming has rotated very, very quickly, and they're gonna fire right back onto Bullock. A nice quick rotation through lows is going to make that possible. So it's a 1-for-1 at the moment, and the pistol round actually being played out a lot more slowly than you would generally expect. Usually pistol rounds go a lot more quickly, so it's really, really nice to see the teams buying the util and playing a little bit more slowly. It can certainly work out, and it also can help you if you're on the T side when you're using those water pistols. Play slow. Make sure you're getting the advantage in. Gemini going to be doing a little bit of a jump into lowers there to just check, have a look, see what's spotting, but nothing is going to be spotted out just yet as the T's make their way towards A site. They're all stacked up here in Bathroom. I'm going to see if they push onto that A site. We've got 2 CTs on A, 2 CTs on B, and the entirety of Veteran Gaming start to push up. Headshot coming in through from DMS as the T's move on to the A site. Trying to find the shots. .exe has to find everything. He finds 1, but he can't find 2. Runs out of bullets. That's going to mean he gets taken down, but Badger keeps it under control with a good headshot and a nice frag to end things out. So that's going to be Ekasi taking round 1 in a very nice fashion. Very, very nice. I like it a lot. Definitely well defended, and I think also very well played on the T side as well. I don't think they did too badly there. Losing the gunfights is, of course, you know, unfortunate, but it happens. If you lose the gunfights, you lose the gunfights. I think the strategy was there. The brain was there. It was a good plan because they had about 4 players moving on to a site that was only defended by 2, but unfortunately they lost the gunfights, and well, there's nothing you can do about that. So we're going to be heading into round 2, and of course, Ekasi going to be able to pick up those SMGs because they won the first round, so they can do it. Now, you can do that on the T side as well after you lose round 1, but it's not advised. It is definitely not advised. So Right now we can see, oh, brilliant nade, and the MP9's just going to tear through everyone, instantly taking 4 frags as DMS, and Bullock going to close it out. That was insane. That was just a clean sweep. There's nothing else to say about that. Veteran Gaming trying to push through the smoke there. A great nade just softens them all up, and that MP9 fire rate just absolutely tears through everyone. So that's going to be 2 rounds on the board. Now, obviously, it was more or less a given, of course. Not entirely, obviously, but against pistols, SMGs are going to do really well. So, generally, the team that wins the knife round wins the round after that, just based on economy, because they can buy those SMGs, giving them that stronger firepower. But now, Veteran Gaming can pick up the rifles, and now we see if the MP9s can hold up, and they do. He gets 2. That's EXE picking up an AK as well. Gonna make this so much easier for Ekasi to close out. Some good util usage. Gonna just stop the T's in their tracks. Bomb still being retrieved towards the spawn there. It's a 3v4. Ekasi wasting no time, just landing the shots. Some really good stuff coming out here. Guard at the back, spots through smokes, but can he get the spray? Eventually it's going to land. Bullock goes down, but it's still a 2v3. Veteran Gaming have to play this one very, very well in order to win. Because Ekasi can just pull back out of this one. They don't actually have to take the fight. They can retreat all the way back to site. But do they? .exe is still up here, and a very nice flash going to catch Blue Marine off guard. He doesn't go down just yet. 42 HP is going to soften him up quite a bit. A nade goes through, but it doesn't land. Actually, it's going to do some damage to Blue Marine, so that's a little bit unfortunate there. And DMS is here with the MP9 to try and close things out. So right now, Veteran Gaming really, really on the back foot. And now because they decided to buy those rifles and they didn't get anything out of it, it's going to be so difficult for them. And, yeah, there it is. MP9 closes things out. 3 rounds on the board for Ekasi and a really great start to the map. Very, very nice. Alright, I'm quite impressed with that opener. Definitely very nice. That's what I like to see. I'm keen to see if they can keep up the pace here. Of course, on the Ekasi side, they're actually going to be moving very quickly into mid, and I like this. I like this very aggressive mid control. I'm not going to get anything out of it, but it is very, very good to see that they know how to get that control, because that's a big portion of being able to defend on this map when you're on the CT side. I see a lot of CT sides on this map, specifically for a lot of teams, go really, really badly. Meanwhile, actually, Playboy going to get a nice shot with the P250, but it doesn't matter. Bullock is going to be getting so many, but he's going to get taken down. P250 is coming in, and the M4 upgrade for Adrenaline is going to be there. So at least they have a little bit of firepower in their pocket, and it is a 3v3. And considering that Veteran Gaming was on the eco there with those pistols, this is a really great start to the round, but they have to keep it going. These pistols, they need to be played to utmost perfection in order to succeed here. And actually, a couple of upgrades coming through. Adrenaline got the AK, Guard has the M4, which is going to make things a whole lot easier as they move towards the A sites. Actually, a bit of a jump spot coming out there from the CTs. Brilliantly played. A bit of util going to be used. Oh, and the AK is only good for 1 on site. That's going to leave 2 CTs against 2 Ts. 2v2. It's Gemini and Badger versus Adrenaline and Guard. And the bomb is down. Oh, those footsteps definitely heard out the spray. Finally managing to land, and it's on to Gemini. He gets 1. Now it's a 1v1. The bomb is ticking. Taps it away. Oh, there it is. He knows the footsteps. He swings wide. He tries to get it. 22 HP, 34. Who's going to come out on top of this one? Gemini trying to get the pre-fire. He lands the shot. Very, very well played. They're going to be able to get that defuse. That's going to be 4 rounds on the board. And Veteran Gaming, they're going to have to rely on that maximum loss bonus you can see right there. Looking all spicy. And when you're playing CSGO, you never want to rely on the maximum loss bonus. Because that means that as soon as you start winning, the money starts draining. Now, luckily, Veteran Gaming is on the T side, which is a little bit easier to manage economy-wise. But they're still gonna have to pay attention to that. However, as for now, that maximum loss bonus is gonna allow them to buy all those rifles, and of course the AWP in the hands of Cryan. We'll see what they decide to do with it. That AWP is gonna have to come in handy, because that is how they are going to unlock this map. You can see the T's very, very focused out here towards Fountain. taking mid control. Ekasi just sitting in the bathrooms very, very passively, not getting too aggressive this time around. They know what they're playing against. Now that Veteran Gaming have all their rifles and AWP in hand, gonna give over a little bit more respect, which I like to see. Util going to be used to slow those pushes down, so very nice stuff coming out here so far. 1 minute on the clock now. Veteran Gaming have to pull that trigger sometime, and they're going to be walking straight into the crosshairs of .exe. He's just going to keep the spray going. The trade comes through, but Playboy has to do something, and on 4 HP, it's looking difficult. He manages to get one, but it's still a 2v3, and now they have to move that bomb somewhere. 43 seconds. Gonna have to make that decision. It looks like they are going to be trying to get that rotate in down towards the B site. Shift walking. 35 seconds on the clock. They could make it in time. They're going to have to start running at some stage, and they're going to be challenged here. Gemini holding this position, not going to let them take it for free. Oh, and he hears the sound cue. Perfectly sprayed by Gemini. Going to take Crying out and leave one lonesome Veteran Gaming player on 4 HP with an AK and a helmet and 13 seconds. It's not going to happen. The save comes through. And, yeah, they're going to be relying on that maximum loss bonus once again. Round 5 is going to go the way of Ekasi. Alright, so far we have seen some really good stuff coming out here from Ekasi. Veteran Gaming still looking to find their footing on the T side of this map. Of course, we do have Dust 2 as a map too, so that can always be the redemption story if they manage to lose this one. But this map is not over yet. We're only 6 rounds in. There is plenty of space for Veteran Gaming to come back into this one, not to mention the second half. So right now, Veteran Gaming, they started on the back foot, but that is not a conclusive death sentence just yet. Gemini, though, going to be standing on top of those boxes there, getting some good shots in. DMS playing here towards the ramp, going to be taking down Adrenaline as well as God. Crying going to fall as well. That leaves Playboy once again. One player for Veteran Gaming here to try and make so much happen. And this is just such a tall order, and it's not going to happen. Can't find the head, but it is DMS who will. 6 rounds now on the board for Ekasi. Veteran Gaming need to reassess their strategies, try something new, because right now Ekasi are winning it all. Veteran Gaming have to stop the snowball, because once you let the CT side snowball, it is so difficult to shut them down. And Veteran Gaming in this position, they need at least 5 rounds here. Oh, the AWP shot from .exe just barely scraping by. Not going to actually find the shot, but Bullock will find the shot. Gemini going to close out the shots onto Kyron as well. And that is full control of Fountains by Ekasi. So that is a huge portion of the map under control of Ekasi, and that is going to be huge, because that means that the number of positions that Veteran Gaming can be in right now is very, very limited. Ooh. Actually, Badger going to get caught out by Blue Marine from behind. It's going to be at least 1 in favor of Veteran Gaming, but they need to keep this going. DMS holding this position, pushing up, getting 1, almost getting a second, but the spray not coming through, so the trade will... Playboy winning the fight, actually, as he pushes the angle, retrieves the bomb. This could be the opening they need, but Gemini, oh, he's just going to win it out. God, last one left alive, 22 HP, and not much more than a dream. The bomb all the way on the other side has to be retrieved in 39 seconds. Probably not going to happen. Ekasi Esports in a really great position here. You can see their economy sitting quite happily. They're going to take down God, no problem. 7 rounds on the board for them, and Veteran Gaming still relying on that maximum loss bonus. Things not looking too good for them. They're going to have to really come at this one hard, because, like I said, they need at least 5 rounds in this half to make things a little bit more comfortable, because, you know, you can talk about one side being stronger than another side. You can talk about teams being more comfortable on one side than another, but at the end of the day, if you don't have at least a little bit, a comfortable number of rounds on one half, the second half is just going to be absolutely difficult. So God is going to be rushing out with that Deagle, but it's not going to come in handy, and the spray coming through from Ekasi is just going to catch absolutely everyone. And once again, Adrenaline is the last one left alive for Veteran Gaming. With a P250, can he find one? He can at least find DMS. An M4 could potentially be retrieved here, but it is a very little consolation prize, not much to go off of, and the bomb being all the way on B site means this plant is pretty much impossible, so Adrenaline might just save this M4. Right now, you just need to really reassess where you want to go right now. I think a timeout could potentially be something that should be called in from Veteran Gaming here. You know, I keep saying this every cast, but CSGO is very much a mental game as much as it is anything else, and very much in your head. And the mental sort of feeling of a team can very, very much impact the way the team performs. I've seen this in myself when I was playing with a team. You know, if one guy goes off and nobody's there to sort of keep him going, it can get very, very difficult. Adrenaline's going to get one, at least, so that's 2 frags in total for Veteran Gaming here, but position is known, 14 seconds, there's not much else he can do, so this will, of course, be the 8th round on the board for Ekasi. But as I was saying, that mental game is very, very strong, and when you're taking a loss, it can negatively affect you, and that's when you want to take a timeout, and you want to say, listen, guys, we're here for a reason, we can do this. Let's reassess our strategy, let's see what they're doing, let's adjust ourselves, and let's come back strong. And even if you don't win rounds after that, you need to keep that positive mental going, because you, of course, still have that second map to play, and there's plenty of opportunity to win that one out. So it is unfortunate that we don't see Veteran Gaming grabbing any timeouts at the moment. I would highly recommend those. If you take any sort of a losing streak, break it up with a timeout. It really, really can help. In any case, we're going to be seeing Ekasi not getting too aggressive there on mid this time around. They've been playing it really, really well in terms of not doing the same thing over and over again. They play it off and on as they see it. So, very nice dynamic play coming out from Ekasi here. They're just going to be playing passive for the moment, waiting for something to happen. You can see Veteran Gaming very, very wary of the positioning. They know that Ekasi play aggressive sometimes, which can come out to bite them now. A failed pop flash is going to mean that Blue Marine has not yet been spotted out. This nade will give him away, but the smoke will allow Veteran Gaming to move up on long as much as they like. Now, some util going to be used there to try and push their way through, and you can see the majority of the Veteran Gaming players are here towards long. Ekasi need to catch this one out somehow. Now, Veteran Gaming is going to be rotating towards Bathroom, and Kyra needs to find this one, and he does. Badger goes down. That's going to make the opening a lot better for them. He will get traded out, but Veteran Gaming are already on the move. Oh, .exe, brilliant, brilliant mind to keep looking out towards long. That is some good game sense right there. You can see now there's a little bit of chaos in the Veteran Gaming ranks as they try and push up short towards B. DMS going to be there. Crosshairs trained perfectly, and Gemini there to support. They're not looking in his direction. He finds one, and he finds 2 as well. 9 rounds on the board for Ekasi. Very, very nice stuff. 9 rounds in total. Going to be moving into the 10th round with 2 AWPs in the hands of Ekasi. That's going to be Gemini and .exe picking those ones up. And, well, on the side of Veteran Gaming, you can see relying on that maximum loss bonus can definitely come back to bite you. You can see Mac 10, Galil, a little bit of util, but at least they've got something. But Badger with the MP9 once again going to be tearing through Monster, and there's just nothing they can do when these MP9 shots are landing. You can do nothing, especially if you're not getting those trades. Veteran Gaming right now just getting mowed down in Monster. That MP9 fire rate tearing through the entire squad. You really need to trade those out. If a player is playing close like that and catches you by surprise, you need to react as soon as possible. You need to almost expect someone to be there to the point that you can get the trade. Because if that trade doesn't come through, if you're not trading the player out, you're going to just get absolutely destroyed. And that's exactly what we saw. The MP9 fire rate destroying. No one's taking him out. No one's playing for no one's expecting that player to be close. And because they're not expecting that player to be close, they're looking somewhere else. The trades don't come through, and now Ekasi just pushing straight through the smoke, going to catch them off guard, leaving 2 players left alive. The P250 is not going to be doing the damage that needs to be done, and the trades just not happening. Lots of damage going through, and that's a Kobe onto Adrenaline. DMS are going to be slam dunking that one. 11th round on the board for Ekasi, and they are looking like they're going to be taking this one in a very, very one-sided map. Oh boy. So we're heading into round 12, of course. Veteran Gaming still relying heavily on that maximum loss bonus. Very little to go off of, and they need to find some sort of crack in the defense of Ekasi, because right now it feels like there are none. Now there are 3 players of Ekasi stacked here towards B. It's going to leave A a little bit less defended, but I mean, can Veteran Gaming capitalize on that? That is the question. Right now they're going to be feeling it. A bit of a spray coming down from a nice boost, but a swing from DMS, and this is just a brilliant teamwork coming out from Ekasi. But a couple of pieces of failed util that we've seen here and there, but ultimately Ekasi doing a really good job of just keeping that teamwork together, keeping the double peaks as well coming through, making sure the support for the team is there. They're going to get one, but the trade is good. Ekasi just getting everything they need to. Even when they're losing a fight, the trade comes through from a teammate nearby. And that is why Ekasi keeps winning. They're getting the trades that they need to get. So even when they lose, they don't lose. And that's going to be a really, really difficult thing to overcome for Veteran Gaming right now. There's 2 players left alive. We've got Adrenaline and Blue Marine trying to make their way up towards B. They're trying to clear everything out. There's 2 players A, 2 players B, so it doesn't matter where they go. They're going to meet equal amounts of resistance. 23 seconds left on the clock. They're pushing up slowly, but Gemini is holding this angle to the very pixel. And oh, he sees the shadow, gets the pre-fire going, finds one, and the trade is there. Well played. 12 rounds on the board for Ekasi. They are looking to take this one in a clean sweep. Veteran Gaming has to try their utmost best, because if they win this one, it's going to be a struggle. Because then they start losing that maximum loss bonus, and that means that they have to win pretty much every round. And, well, there's not many more to win. Of course, we are on round 13, heading towards that match point, as well as the half. So we might just see Ekasi walking away with match point in half number 1, which is not a great place to be in, because if you are more comfortable on the other side, you have so much work to do. The P250 going to be ripping through everyone. EXE will get traded out eventually, but it's a 1 for 2. That's going to mean that Ekasi is still with the best foot forward. Veteran Gaming have a lot of work to do. They have to make this work somehow. You can see that bomb rotating all the way through the back. Not too sure where to go. We have 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the clock in Ekasi. They have a lot of information here, a lot of map control, and they've actually rotated very high up long. Let's see if God actually checks these angles. Veteran Gaming is pushing up mid, slowly but surely, and God does actually check the angle. Oh no! But DMS is behind the rock, so he is not spotted out. That's going to mean that as soon as they start their assault on the site, they are going to be wrapped around from behind without warning. You can already see DMS moving up there. They do manage to get Bullock, which is going to mean that they get the bomb down. But now it's on to DMS to surprise them. And surprise them he does. God goes down. 2v3. This is doable for Veteran Gaming. They just need to hold the site down as best they can. And the sprays coming out from the AK are going to land. Badger gets one. And the second one will come out as well. Defuse should be able to come through here. And Ekasi picked up round 13 as well. Absolutely dominant performance coming out from them today. Yeah, what can I say? Veteran Gaming haven't taken a timeout, and I think that's really potentially come back to bite them, unfortunately. They have to find something. They have to try and find anything in this match. We're going to see EXE picking up the M249. I believe it is just to get some cheeky sprays in there. You know, when you have this much of a lead, you can sort of do that. We can see the upgrade to the M4. Cheeky buy, tossed away. Right now, Veteran Gaming need to find something, because the second half is either just going to end exceptionally quickly, or it's going to be quite an uphill struggle. They don't have many rounds to get in at the moment, so they're just going to have to try and find everything. And speaking of finding everything, Bullock is finding every single shot. That's going to be 2 players from Veteran falling guard. Finally going to get one in their favor, but this is just not looking great right now. Veteran on the back foot once again, taking a lot of damage. Playboy finds DMS. So it is a 3v3, and this is far more doable now for Veteran than it has been for quite some time. They can decide where they want to go, but it looks like it will be moving towards B, and they're going to be rotating 2 of those CTs just over there towards B, which is going to mean they're going to meet quite some resistance here. They're going to have to play this one perfectly if they want to crack open that site. Now, they did get the bomb plant before, which has enabled them to buy up as much as they have, but that can only last so long, especially considering we're approaching the second half, and you can already see Guard going down, Playboy falling as well, EXE just spotting them out from heaven, and that is it. That is it. 14 rounds for Ekasi. They have not dropped a single one for this entire half. And as we head into round 15, it is not looking good. Veteran Gaming are going to have to rely on map 2, which is of course Dust, because the second half of this map is going to be incredibly difficult. They're going to have to win the pistol round, and if they don't, that's it. That is, of course, if Ekasi win this one, which is yet to be decided, but we are about to find that out. Now, you can see Veteran Gaming, they have been relegated to a couple of shaky buys. They've got some SMGs, they've got a Galil, so not on the full strength that they would like to be on. It's going to make things difficult for them going forward, especially with EXE playing so close. He could catch absolutely everyone out here. Here's the first one. Brilliant mind to start spraying through the smoke. He's actually going to find another one with the P250. Finally, the trade comes through. The MAC-10 doing the work. But is it enough? It's a 2v4. Blue Marine versus Guard. Make that just Guard. Oh, sorry, Blue Marine and Guard versus Ekasi. Make it just Guard versus Ekasi. And he's about to get caught out. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. He finds 2. 9 HP, though. It's going to be difficult. His position is known, and the AWP is just perfectly trained. 15 rounds on the board for the half as we move over to the second half. And, well, Veteran Gaming, they have a lot of work to do if they want any chance at being able to win this one, because they need to win the pistol round, and the round after that, and the round after that, and the round after that, and many, many more rounds after that in order to bring themselves to overtime. That's a lot of work for very little reward. So right now, Veteran Gaming, they're going to be focusing their minds on the second map, which is their chance at redemption here, as Ekasi look to close this one out here. 16 rounds in their sights. They want it. Let's see if they are going to get it. Now you can see they've made their way very, very much up in towards that fountain area, but they're moving slowly, moving together as a unit, and the water pistols will find the first headshot. Cryan going to be falling first, and now Ekasi will start to make their way up towards a site. Not just any site. A site. Bomb moving up along. Guard is going to be the one to try and stop this push. The crosshairs need to be placed perfectly, but the smokes will come in just in time to block those movements. And .exe going to be checking through that little gap in the smoke, making sure there's no one playing close. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but it certainly worked out. Playboy trying to rush up and get something, finds one. It's a 3v4 right now, and they have to find absolutely everything, but the water pistols are going to be doing the damage. And now Blue Marine, last left alive, and so much work to do. Can he clutch this one out? 1v4 and defuse. I don't know if it's possible. He does have a kit, so maybe, but it's not going to be. Headshot found by Ekasi, and they will take a perfect, clean sweep of map 1. GG, well played. That was pretty much the cleanest game I've seen in a while. Well played to Ekasi. Veteran Gaming going to have to really, really juice themselves up going into map 2, which we will be seeing very, very shortly. So I will be seeing you pretty soon we're just going to head over to a nice little break, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes as we head into map 2. I'll see you in a bit.
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares too. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close
by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Where do you go when you're young, when you're restless, when you're fun, 'cause you're desperate? Oh, here they come for a chance, for adventure. What's your poison? What's your pleasure? Oh, my city, she never sleeps. My city, she never weeps. My city, she keeps me alive. Give it up for my city, oh, oh, give it up for my city, oh, oh, give it up for my city, oh, 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 give it up. My city, my city. My city, my city. Where do you go when your heart with a fever? When she's cruel, but you won't leave her. Oh, here we are, all the freaks and believers, all the sweet neon dreamers. Oh, my city. She never sleeps. My city, she never weeps. My city, she keeps me alive. Give it up for my city, oh, oh, give it up for my city, oh, oh, give it up for my city, oh, 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 give it up. My city, my city. My city, my city. Give it up for my city, oh, oh, give it up for my city, oh, oh, give it up for my city, my city, my city. Give it up for my city, running wild and looking pretty, oh, oh, give it up for my city, my city, my city.
All right, we are back. We are back. It is, of course, Ekasi versus Veteran Gaming, and well, we just watched map 1 happen, and it was, well, it was quite a dominating performance coming out from Ekasi. Now we are on to map 2, which is going to be Dust, one of my favorite maps of all time in pretty much any FPS game ever. So I'm quite keen to get into this one. Obviously, Veteran Gaming, they're going to be wanting to bring themselves back in as strongly as they can possibly do it. They have no room for error now, of course. They need to win this map if they want to take it to a map 3, because of course Ekasi, they took map 1 with a perfect 16-0 score. Now, Veteran Gaming going to want to bring it back at least a little bit, and well, what better way to do it than on Dust 2, one of those classics, one of those well-known maps that everyone has played time and time again, of course, if you are a CSGO player. So, we will be jumping into that relatively soon as the match will begin. So, let's just get straight into it. Hopefully we're into it. Yes, we are into it. Alright, great, awesome. Alright, so of course, if Veteran Gaming manages to bring it back into this one, map 3 will be Inferno, and I love Inferno, so I really hope we do see it. But, well, based on the performance of Ekasi in the previous round, it might not even be the case. Ekasi, very, very strong showing here today, and yeah, we've seen some insane stuff. So right now, Veteran Gaming need to do some heavy lifting if they want to be able to get back into it. Looks like we have a bit of a cancel in the chat there, so we're not going to be going live just yet. But Whatever the reason for that is, I'm sure we'll get it resolved momentarily. But in any case, while that happens, let's talk about Dust 2. It's a classic map, like I said. Everyone's played it a million times. It's just one of those things. But this is also a core map. It's one of those maps that you need to know, right? And in fact, it's a map that a lot of people have stopped playing in in competitive gaming and match made and whatnot, because everyone knows it, right? Everyone knows the tricks, everyone knows the plays, everyone knows what's good and what's not. It's sort of a one-sided, well, not a one-sided, but it's sort of a, everyone knows it, right? Everyone knows it. And so you sort of want to play on the unknown a little bit. But my argument's always this: if you don't know how to play Dust 2, then going the extra distance to try and play something like Vertigo or something unknown, a little bit more chaotic in a sense, isn't really a good play. You need to have the core maps down, and this is one of them, and I am sure that all of these players here have played this map many, many times. So we're 100% gonna see them playing their hearts out, and of course, Veteran Gaming, they're gonna be playing as hard as they can to try and bring this one back, hopefully, and take us to a match 3. So let's see if they can do it. I will, of course, be watching with keen interest to see what the teams decide to do here on this map, because, like I keep saying, everyone knows it, so you've got to have everything down. You know, making mistakes on this map is, well, somewhat unacceptable. You've got to know your smokes, you've got to know your spots, you've got to know your timings. Everything has to be down, because as soon as you start making mistakes, you start losing rounds, and nobody wants to lose rounds. Nobody wants to lose rounds. So, of course, we will be waiting for everything to begin. Broadcast will be starting relatively soon, I hope. I'm sure. But until that point, what I say pretty much stands, because the only interesting thing, the only different thing about Dust 2 right now, for those of you who may not be aware, recently there was an update, and Dust 2 got their main doors on B site reversed. Now, I can't remember if that's gone live to competitive gameplay just yet. I'm not too sure of the whole ruling in that respect. But if it has gone through, it's going to be very interesting, because if those that B door reverse update has gone through, which if I'm looking at the map now, it actually looks like it has gone through, then it's going to be quite interesting, because theoretically, and I'm saying this only theoretically, you could play 0 players on B site, because in every match, generally, the sort of basic, most generic setup ever is two CTs B, 2 CTs A, 1 CT mid, right? And then you play around with the ratio, but there's always at least 1 player on site unless you're stacking. So generally you always see at least 1 player on site. But this time, with the new reverse doors, you could potentially have the AWPer playing mid, have a second player playing mid as well, and then have 2 players or 3 players on A. You could potentially do that, because the person who's playing mid with the AWP could also technically watch B. They could technically watch B through those doors, because you can see the tunnel. And if you can see the tunnel, then you have access to every single entrance that a T could potentially get through to the B site, because there's only 2 ways that a T can get to B, and that's through tunnels or through rotation through mid. So you either do a tunnels push or you split through mid. That's it. And if you're playing 2 players mid, and the players who are mid can see the tunnels, there's no reason to have someone technically on B site. Now, of course, if you jump past those doors as quickly as possible, or if you smoke the doors out, which is inevitable, then that becomes a bit of a moot point. But you can see how on a round where potentially a team either doesn't know how to smoke the doors or doesn't have a smoke to smoke the doors, you could see how that could potentially come into play. So it has become a huge necessity to smoke doors now on B site. If you're a T, you have to do it. There's no question about it. If you're taking B site, you gotta smoke doors. That's it. Because right now, a player in mid can see right into tunnels. And, well, That's a bit of a spicy one. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Alright, so match will finally be going live, and we'll be able to see if Veteran Gaming can bring their redemption and get the rounds in their favor. We'll see. Ekasi, they showed some very, very great stuff now in the previous map, and they are definitely looking to continue that one and take a nice 2-0. We'll see if they can pull it off, or if Veteran Gaming will be able to stop them in their tracks. So very quick movements coming out here towards short. A lot of Ekasi players pushing up here, and Playboy will be holding the angle. A nice opening here. Good headshot onto Gemini. The trade is going through though. Blue Marine going to get taken down. Bullock falls next to a good headshot from Guard. Adrenaline doing some work, but EXE going to be coming straight from behind. Absolutely catching them off guard. Ooh, brilliant nade. Going to soften them up, but a headshot from .exe is going to make sure that this is as difficult as possible for Veteran Gaming. Now, Guard is coming up here on short. He has to land these headshots. Actually, no, he doesn't. 13 HP and 38 HP on the Ekasi players is going to mean that any shots should be enough here. Guard just has to find the players. He is checking the corners. He has to find these players. They are sitting very far off. He's spotted both of them out. He knows where they are, but he doesn't have a kit. That's going to be very, very difficult now because he has to get these kills. He can't fake, and he can't hold this because they can come straight behind him. Oh, the shots are coming through. Is it going to be enough? This could be enough, but it isn't. The headshot finally coming through for Ekasi. That could have been amazing. God, almost got that one. But just no kit. No kit. Of course, it is round one, so difficult decision. Nobody really picks up a kit on round one. So it is unfortunate, but the first round will go to Ekasi. Veteran Gaming will have to try again to try and stop this. Now, very quick rush from Ekasi, pushing out long. They might just catch the players here from Veteran Gaming off guard. The swings are coming in. Playboy trying to land the shots. They will find both. Kryan going to chime in as well, and that has stopped the rush dead in its tracks, rerouting all the rest of the Ekasi players towards short. But what can I see here with my eyes? And that is the absolute low HP that Veteran Gaming is sitting on right now. And they have gotten the site frag as well. Playboy falling is going to mean that that site access comes through. Blue Marine going to fall in long as well. Guard trying to push up short. Going to get a nice headshot. But he has to land so many to try and bring this back. And it's just not enough. So the bomb is down. It's a 2v3. Veteran Gaming, they do have the numbers advantage for the moment. But the health is so low. They're going to need to try and find everything here. EXE finding the first. Finally, the trade comes through. It's 1v2. Make that a 1v1. Adrenaline has to play this one so perfectly. It's Galil versus Galil, but 10 HP is not going to be much to work with. And swing. Gemini gets the swing out. Adrenaline goes down, and that's 2 rounds for Ekasi. But that was much, much closer than anything I've seen so far in map 1. So, Veteran Gaming definitely looking to pull all the cards out on the table this time around. They do not want to go down without at least something. And they are fighting hard to get that something going. Now, Veteran Gaming are going to be able to pick up those M4s and some FAMASs, but they're going to be up against AKs. It's going to be quite a difficult time. Now, Bullock actually doing some nice little crouch work is going to find a good shot onto Kryan, which is going to soften up the mid territory there for a bit. Gemini going to be swinging out, just dancing around a nade as the CTs play quite a number of players towards short. A good flash for the T side as they try and take more and more map control and slowly but surely succeed. Bullock checking the angle. As you can see here, Veteran Gaming looking a lot more comfortable on this map. So there is a lot more potential, but these short players are so low on HP. Swing from Bullock and a brilliant support flash there as well is going to mean that Bullock gets absolutely everything. That's free sight control as well. Playboy can't do anything. The bomb should be able to go down here. With plenty of time remaining now, we see it's a 3v5 and a little bit of a... well, make that a 2v5. And a little bit of a difficult situation for them. EXE holding just behind. He's going to catch Playboy off guard. And that's going to force God to save. Difficult situation to be in here for Veteran Gaming. But you can definitely see that they feel a lot more comfortable, a lot stronger on this map. They still have the potential to bring this back. Ekasi just hunting for him, trying to take absolutely everything that they can away, just making sure that he won't survive with anything. But God is actually going to find at least one, so he manages to escape with his life and a save, and he gets a free kill. So a little bit of a consolation prize there for losing the round, but they're going to have to play very, very heavily around God, because you can see their money, it's sitting in one of those positions. On the CT side, it's so difficult to manage the economy. It has to be perfect, and that's going to mean that Veteran Gaming are going to have to save this one. Buy some pistols for their trouble, just to try and force up around the M4, try and make it work. They are going to be playing the M4 towards B, solo hold on the site, the rest of them rushing up long to see if anything will happen. But Ekasi is playing slow. They're just fanned across the map, waiting for some sort of pick, waiting for something to happen. EXE is going to make the first opening kill. That's going to open up the mid portion of the map. Ekasi slowly but surely cracking their way into this one. God has to find everything here. The first one will be found, but the trade is through. That's going to mean no more guns for Veteran Gaming. And they're going to be dropping one by one. It doesn't matter where they go. The P250 is only going to find one kill and an upgrade to an AK. And, well, once again, Veteran Gaming having to just settle for the consolation prize. Not a great start, but it is not over just yet. We're only 4 rounds into map 2. There is still plenty of room for Veteran Gaming to make a comeback here, but they have to shut down the snowball very, very soon. If Ekasi run away with this, it's going to be so difficult to shut them down. We saw it in map 1. They have to shut it down in map 2. Oh, sneaky from DMS there. He's going to catch Adrenaline completely off guard and take away even the little consolation prize that they had going for them. Now, of course, that maximum loss bonus is going to mean that they are able to buy up into this round. So they're going to be picking themselves up some N4s and an AWP in the hands of Cryan. On the other side, we're going to see Badger picking up the AWP. The rest of them AKs. Very, very quick rush out towards long. Means that Ekasi is going to have that long control on lock for the moment. Veteran Gaming have to play this one, and they do play perfectly around the small little incline that they have, and they're actually going to be pincering, just pushing Gemini into this corner and just flanking him from all sides. That's some good start for Veteran. A little bit of spray coming through the long doors, but that's a good start for Veteran. Now Ekasi is on the back foot, and they have to make a decision over the next minute where they want to go and then execute on that. Bullock going to be peeking mid and finds Cryan. So that's the AWP out for Veteran Gaming. They're going to have to try and find their way back into this one somehow. As Ekasi, they're just getting everything right so far. They're going to be setting up that execute towards short. Here comes the util, and here comes the push. This should be pretty easy for them to get on site. Spray coming through. Ekasi going to be finding kill after kill, and that bomb will go down as a result. 3v3, but Ekasi have the bomb down, and they have their post-plant positions already. They're going to be catching out Adrenaline here for sure. There it is, headshot by Bullock. Badger goes down, but that's just long. They already have players towards short to cover these angles. The heads need to be found right now. Veteran Gaming need a round. They need to find something here. There's the first. And there is the second. Well played. Veteran Gaming finally find their footing in this one. They knew they could do it. They just had to go that final distance. And they found their first round on the board. And a couple of AKs. So that is pretty much what Veteran Gaming needed. in this map, because if Ekasi ran away with it again, it was going to be very, very difficult for them. But now they have such, or at least a far better chance than before. Let's say that. They have a far better chance than before. But they have to keep pushing their advantage here. And you can see the T's already taking that long control, moving up quite quickly. Veteran Gaming playing it very, very passive on long, or rather focusing their efforts towards short. They're going to be pushing up quite aggressively. Adrenaline clearing the angles. He might catch a lot of players off guard, and there's the first one, but the trade is good. DMS going to be taking that one. 4v4. But now the players have been spotted out, and Ekasi, they have some information. And they know that long is pretty much clear. And that's going to force Veteran Gaming to try and retake that portion. Bullock, crosshairs trained, just waiting for some sort of peek. But the passive play from Veteran is going to mean that Ekasi have to extend themselves outward. They can't just sit around waiting for something, because Veteran Gaming will not give them anything. So they're going to have to make it happen themselves. Ekasi get the execute down, smokes get laid down, and they push towards the site. And Bullock coming in very quickly. Support Flash going to be easily netting him that kill. And Ekasi, once again, brilliant teamwork, brilliant support is just going to mean everything. And they're going to catch out every single player. One by one, Veteran Gaming will fall, and Ekasi take another one. 5 rounds on the board, and they look to extend their lead bit by bit as they work towards that 2-0 perfect score. Alright, some very aggressive pushing coming out from Veteran Gaming here towards mid. That's going to clear up lowers, and that's going to give Veteran a lot of information. They know that Ekasi is 110% towards mid and long. Now, of course, Ekasi is actually towards long and mid, so that's going to be a lot of information gained for them. And they're actually going to be moving up straight from behind with these deagles to try and get something. This is some really good aggression from these pistols. They could find something, but the AWP is holding the angle absolutely perfectly. And that's going to mean their flank means almost nothing. Bullock has to check this angle, and he doesn't, but he gets baited. It doesn't matter, though, because Bullock is still going to win the fight. There is nothing you can do about that. Sprays through the smoke, finding the kills, and that is just really, really unfortunate. Veteran Gaming losing the fights, and yeah, just getting taken down before they can make anything happen. Guard going to be on the back side, but is there really anything you can do? The answer to that question is no. A good attempt from Veteran Gaming to find something, but potentially maybe too aggressive. They got that initial information that no one was towards uppers on B. And then they also got the information that no one was waiting up here towards spawn watching uppers, which gave them the information that 100% Ekasi was sitting in mid and long. They could have rotated back through the site towards A. Instead, they decided to push through T spawn, which was being held by an AWP, and that didn't work out too well. And I'll tell you what else didn't work out too well. Is pushing short. Gemini just going to find 2 instant headshots towards short and just clean up the players. They're leaving 3 on the board for Veteran Gaming, and a lot of work to do. The AWP will find 1 at least, so they get 1 back for themselves, but 1 is just not going to be enough. They're going to have to push this one even more. The bomb is towards uppers. Execute coming in through onto B, and no one is holding on the site directly, which is going to make it very, very difficult to defend. And in fact, Veteran Gaming might not even try this one. And the utility is just going to absolutely force them away. There is nothing they can do about this. And Ekasi.exe is on the rotate. He catches them out from behind. Adrenaline is the last one left alive, and there is nothing, absolutely nothing he can do in this spot. It is incredibly difficult to retake B site. It is even more so to retake B site by themselves. It is just not a good situation here, and Veteran Gaming will have to wait another round to try and make the comeback. 7 rounds on the board, looking to be claimed by Ekasi Esports. And they have had a really, really good showing in this match. Game 1, brilliant perfection, in terms of score at least. And Game 2 looking to be very, very close to that as well. So very nice stuff coming out from them. Very clean. A little bit of failed utilities here and there, but ultimately some good teamwork, some good shooting, some good corner checking, and all that good stuff. Ekasi really, really been on point today. Of course, Veteran Gaming, they're gonna have to. They're really gonna have to try hard to defend this one now, because the rounds are slowly slipping away. We're on round 9 right now, edging closer and closer towards the end of the first half. It's going to mean that a lot of work has to be done if they want to get into this now. Very aggressive from Veteran Gaming is going to net them at least one. So very unexpected there. But Bullock, once again, the very quick rotation is going to get the kills. Adrenaline finds Gemini at least, but it's a 2v3. And Adrenaline has 8 HP. Ekasi just once again getting the trades, winning the trades. And that is winning them the game. Just bit by bit, every time they lose something, they get something back. That is the name of the trade game, and they are winning it very, very well right now. Veteran Gaming have a thread to hold on to as the bomb is moving up towards long. Both of the crosshairs from Veteran Gaming are going to be trained in that direction, but the smoke will come down. That's going to allow Ekasi to just jump across that little gap, toss down the molly, and, well, yeah, there it is. You can see it for yourself. Clean it up, get that bomb down, and now Playboy is the last one left alive on short against an AK, and an AWP. Not a great position to be in. Playboy knows it, doesn't want to challenge it. It's just one of those unfortunate things. You have to save in this scenario. You've got to keep what you can. Of course, you've got that maximum loss bonus that you can play with. But once again, Veteran need to shut down the snowball. And they can't keep letting it go out of control either. Because right now, Ekasi are just getting everything that they need to secure these victories. 8 rounds on the board now for Ekasi. Veteran Gaming, they need to find something. If they can find 4 more rounds, or at least 3 more rounds, they could potentially have a chance. But you never want to go into the second half with less than 4 rounds, because less than 4 rounds means that you have an incredibly difficult mountain to climb to try and bring it back. So right now, Veteran Gaming, they're going to need to play as absolutely hard as they can to try and bring something back. You can see they're moving very aggressively up towards long to try and find something. The bomb is there towards uppers, declaring Ekasi's potential intention to go towards B, but Gemini playing in such a cheeky position, just completely unexpected. Krine gets taken down. That's going to give Ekasi all the information they need. The Q is there. They're going to be pulling their bomb all the way towards A. The rotation's coming through. Bullock actually trying to sell a little bit of a fake to maybe draw some of Veteran Gaming all the way to B. But he will only succeed in keeping 1 player there, which is more than enough, to be fair. That's all they really need. Spray down from Gemini is going to find Playboy. And that's going to mean that long control belongs to Ekasi as they start pushing up towards A. They have pretty much free reign of that entire long position. Veteran Gaming playing both of their defense players towards short. Bullock has to be able to catch it out, and he will be. Headshot coming through, and he will rotate off, so Guard will not be able to catch him out just yet. Oh, but now he will. Perfectly timed. Guard at least getting 1 back, but it's a 2v4. It's such a tall order to fulfill. With a FAMAS and an AK, they have so much work to do, and it looks like they might just want to save this as well. Another save coming through for Veteran Gaming, and it is unfortunately all that they can do. No reason to give Ekasi free kills at this stage. They've got plenty of money. They don't need any more. Veteran Gaming just trying to hold on to what they've got. Doesn't matter if they're ready or not. They've got each other. And that's alright. It is going to be the 9th round on the board for Ekasi. And they have just been playing very, very well. Veteran Gaming need to find some sort of a crack in the defenses. They need to find literally anything to try and just get some rounds in their favor. Because right now, Ekasi are running, sprinting towards the end of the half, and they're taking every single round they can with them. The ultimate goal for Veteran Gaming right now is to get 5 rounds in total, or 5 rounds more, so 5 rounds in a row, giving them a total of 6, which would be the ideal situation to be in going into the next half. But if they can't do that, 4 rounds is better than that. 3 rounds is better, better than nothing. And if they can at least get 3 in total, they could put themselves in a decent position. But like I said, that kind of a score makes things very, very difficult. And if you're relying entirely on the second half, it's going to be such a difficult position. And once again, DMS just holding an angle that God was not expecting. That's going to put Veteran Gaming on the back foot once again. They're going to have to play from behind with a man disadvantage. It's going to be very, very difficult. Now, some util is being used towards B to try and bait anything out, but the real fight is happening over on A, and the heads are just being found left and right by Ekasi. And that's going to allow them free reign over the A-bomb sites. More heads are going to be found by DMS, and Ekasi is just finding absolutely everything they need. And there is another headshot coming out from DMS. 10 rounds on the board for Ekasi, and they are just looking to continue this absolute steamroll as we head towards the end of the half. Ekasi making their way very quickly out towards long. Not going to find anything. Badger missing that shot. But the recovery still has the potential of being there, and support from the team is going to mean that every single CT that ever decides to push that is going to fall. Playboy squeezed into a corner. Not much they can do. Very, very aggressive from Veteran Gaming is going to mean that Ekasi just has everything. They have the entire map under control. They're just herding. They're just herding Veteran Gaming into a corner and taking them down one by one. Not even going for the objective until they have one player remaining. It's just an absolute domination that we see coming out from Ekasi Esports here today. No other words can be used to describe this situation. It is just absolutely dominant. Gemini gonna close out that final kill. And 11 rounds on the board. Veteran Gaming, they have a lot of work to do, but they will be able to buy up here, will be able to put the AWP in the hands of God. But there's just so much they need to do with this. The AWP needs to find the kills. Something needs to get an opening towards Ekasi, because right now it feels like Ekasi can just do whatever they like. They can do absolutely whatever they like. So God is going to find two kills through mid with that AWP, and that's exactly the value that they have been needing. Playboy gonna be caught out though. It's a 3v3. The best position that Veteran Gaming could ask for right now. Oh, the AWP flick not gonna be there. Badger trying to hit it. Finally, it lands, but it's still a 2v2. This is the best chance that Veteran Gaming have, and they know it. They need to push this as hard as they can. They need to play this as best they can, because they do not have room for error right now. They have so many rounds against them that they need to play this one to absolute perfection. And there's the first. God's gonna fall. This is the best chance that they have. The best chance they've had in a while. But it will not happen. They cannot go the rest of the distance. The trade will come through, and Ekasi winning once again. Just not able to make that final push. Unable to close the distance. Ekasi's trading, Ekasi's teamwork, it has been on point to say the least. The economic damage of that round is going to be felt here. Veteran Gaming trying something, anything to try and get something for themselves, but a quick push out long is going to mean the Gemini will get one. The trade is good though. Veteran Gaming starting to get those trades in to keep themselves even. A great peek from Adrenaline's going to get DMS, catching him completely off guard. They have a chance once again to get this round for themselves. We're very close to the end of the second half. They need everything they can get. Adrenaline gets 1 before getting traded out. That's going to leave Ekasi on 2 players. Once again, Veteran Gaming have the best chance that they've had in a while to try and get around for themselves. It's not going to be much, but it will be something at least if they can close this round out. Bomb is moving towards long. We'll see if they are aware of this. They need to find this information. The utility is being used, so that should tip them off as to where that bomb is headed. The rotations should come in any second now as Bullock rushing up long, jumping across with expert precision and skill. He's going to take down Playboy with a headshot, leaving a 2v2. Bullock and .exe versus Blue Marine and Cryan. Can Blue Marine and Cryan close this one out? Can they make it happen? Some good util going through, but Bullock is just playing up close at such an awkward angle. But Cryan, look at this rotate from Cryan. This could be everything, and it is! It is! He finally finds everything that needs to be found, and Veteran Gaming get themselves a second round on the board. After all this time, they find a round at least. They get round 2, and as we head into the last round of the half, they might be able to find just one more. Just one more could make it so much more doable going into the second half. That's all that they need. Can it be done? We are about to find out. Now you're going to see Blue Marine is relegated to the pistol. Going to be picking up the deagle to try and do something for the team. They are going to be a little bit shaky going into this last round. But it can work. It can work. They can still make it work. 3 players towards A, going to be very aggressive up on long, but Gemini, a great support flash from Badger is going to mean that guard goes down. And they have some mid-control. Great spray from .exe, and once again, Ekasi just winning every single fight that they take. Veteran Gaming on the back foot. All three of their players towards A. The bomb moving on short. Could potentially go B still, if Ekasi sniffed that one out. But I don't think it matters at this point. Ekasi just win all the fights that they need to win, so it doesn't matter whether they go A or B at this stage. 3 players or no players, Ekasi does not mind. Now some good spray from Adrenaline is going to claim 1, and a good molly is going to stop anyone from pushing him. But once again, .exe winning the spray in mid. That's going to mean that Blue Marine and Playboy are the last 2 left alive for Veteran Gaming. And they just have so much work to do that it's almost impossible. But Blue Marine's going to find 1 DMS jumping out there. The Eagle at least getting a frag, but the spray through the smoke is going to put Blue Marine on 9 HP. And in a 2v3, that is not the HP that you want to be on. They do not have the choice of saving right now. Veteran Gaming have to push this one. This is the final round of the half, so everything rides on this. If Veteran Gaming can get 1 more round for themselves, they could make it so much more easy for them. But this just looks like too much of a tall order. Util coming down. Smoke's gonna bait out the time. Nades coming through. The bomb is ticking away. This is just no time. They have to push. They gotta do something, but it's not gonna be. The trades will come through. And the first half of map 1 goes the way of Ekasi, 13-2, moving into the second half. And Veteran Gaming have so much work to do. It's difficult. They haven't taken a single time out to break the momentum of Ekasi, to reset their mental. They're just going head first, straight into it, round after round, not giving themselves time to rest, not giving themselves time to step back and rethink. They're just going in one after the other, and that could be working to their detriment. In any case, round 16, first round of the second half, we're going to see Veteran Gaming moving down mid swiftly. Might be looking towards A, and a really nice trade coming out from .exe. Pins it from both sides, still manages to find 1. But this could be at least a B push coming out from Veteran Gaming. Blue Marine in a good spot to try and do some lurking. The bomb is all the way towards B, but the rest of the Veteran Gaming players are moving A, potentially signaling a little bit of a fake to try and get Ekasi to move towards A. There are still 2 players on either side. Veteran Gaming yet to decide where they want to go. Looks more like they're trying a B split. which is not working out right now. A great shot from Blue Marine's going to make things a little bit easier, and Guard also getting one. There's only one player towards B. It's a 2v1, but it's just closed out once again with some precise headshots coming out from Ekasi, and that has been the name of the game for both of these maps so far. Ekasi winning the trades, Ekasi getting the headshots, Ekasi winning the fights. You know, ultimately we can sit here talking about strategy as much as we like all day, but at the end of the day, if you're winning the fights, you're winning the fights. And Ekasi are winning the fights. Now they're going to be picking up a PP Bison in the hands of Gemini, and at this stage, you know, they can do it. They can definitely do it because they have proven themselves time and again that they can win battles with these SMGs. And we saw it on map 1. No reason to doubt them here on map 2. Veteran Gaming moving in towards lows, dropping that bomb just spread out across the map, waiting for something to happen. A little bit of a deagle peek, a cheeky peek coming out there on long to try and find something, but nothing will be found. That's going to mean that Veteran Gaming, their options are running out. As the clock ticks, their options get fewer and fewer. Things are just getting more and more difficult for them. They have to make something work for them here. This half is everything or nothing. Because Ekasi has 14 rounds on the board, and they are not looking to slow down whatsoever. Veteran Gaming going to be throwing that util down to try and get the short peek on towards A. But there's so many of them there, they could just be infinitely, oh sorry, just incredibly caught out here, and that seems to be the case as DMS gets 2. But right now you can see the trades just always going the way of Ekasi, and now Guard is the last one left alive. The Deagle not going to be able to do anything. 15 rounds on the board, that's match point for Ekasi. That really has been the name of the game from start to finish. Absolutely nothing that can be done right now. You can see Veteran Gaming on their last legs. They've got themselves a Scout, a Galil, some upgraded pistols, and that's absolutely all they can do. Now, of course, in the hands of Gemini is going to be a Scout as well. So Ekasi also sitting on some semi-limited firepower. But the question is, can Veteran Gaming make it work? We've seen Ekasi win the trades, win the fights time and again with such consistency. You have to question whether Veteran Gaming can do this. We've seen them take some rounds, but they need to keep that going. They need to find those cracks, and right now, I'm not sure if they even know the cracks are there, but the shots are found, and that's going to mean opening onto sight for Veteran Gaming as they move in, but the brilliance shots from .exe going to close it out, and that is the power of those B doors. You can watch it from mid. You can get those frags in. It's something that you have to know. You have to get used to it. The smokes have to come down, and if they're not there, you have to be aware that you could be peeked from a million different angles, and that will be the case. Ekasi taking map 2 in a clean 2-0 against Veteran Gaming. GG, well played. And, well, that's pretty much all I have to say about that, because that has been quite a spicy match if I have ever seen one. Brilliant teamwork coming out from Ekasi. Very well played from start to finish. A nice, clean game. Unfortunate to Veteran Gamers. They put up a good fight, but they just couldn't finish that extra distance, get the rounds that they needed. GG, well played. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. You can go check out Ekasi's socials down in the description. You can also check me out on Twitter. That's twitter.com/patchworkfinic. You can check me out on Twitch as well. I stream sometimes, but I'm not not the most consistent. In any case, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy your evening further, and I hope to see you guys again some other time. Cheers and peace.